And we are live, me and my mom, for a new episode. Today it's all about the evil eye. So we will shine a light on what the evil eye is, some symptoms people might experience, how to cleanse it, how to protect oneself from it. But first of all, I welcome my mom. Hi, Mom. Thanks for being here.
My pleasure. It's me.
So we had announced it before already on season 1 that my mom has Parkinson's, and because of that, her vocal cords had been affected. So her voice isn't very loud, and I'll be doing most of the speaking today. So don't think that, I just want to take over the entire episode, not leaving her any space. But it's because it's strenuous for her to speak. Right, Mom?
Like this.
Yes. So today we will discuss one of my mom's space clearing case studies where she went locally in the UK to visit a family to cleanse their house. And there were many things going on, but the evil eye was one of them. And now I know many of us in Europe, we might have heard of the evil eye, but it's not really part of our culture. At least it wasn't in Germany when I grew up. But it for sure was in Brazil, where I was born. And my mom is Brazilian, so she knows the evil eye a lot from Brazil and also from her space clearing. Is that right, Mom? You know a lot about the evil eye.
I do. Not in Brazil too, yes.
What is it called in Brazil? I don't even know the name. Ah, so in Brazil, it's called mal olhado. And so different cultures have different names for it. Let's first define what the evil eye is for those who don't know what it is. It's a belief that a person can cast a malevolent glare, often unintentionally, but sometimes they are also doing it intentionally, or they are aware of being jealous, for example. And that energy can cause harm, misfortune to the recipient. And so this concept transcends cultures and has been present in various forms across the globe. The origins of the term, it has really ancient roots. One says it originates back to ancient Greece and Rome, but also the Middle East, the Mediterranean, South Asian cultures, each interpreting and dealing with the concept in their own unique cultural ways. So the different names, it's, for example, in Italian, very famous malocchio, nazar in Turkish, Budi nazar in Hindi. But despite the linguistic differences, the essence always remains similar. It's a gaze capable of bringing harm to other people, meaning our jealous intentions or, wanting to harm other people, not wishing them well, wanting them to have misfortune, having an inability to move on after a breakup, and then not wanting our ex-partner to move on, being jealous of them moving on, or people getting better positions than we do in our jobs, or if they are more successful in general in life. That kind of jealousy can affect other people. So I would say that is it in a nutshell for the evil eye. Not sure if Mom wants to add anything.
Okay, what you have said.
It's okay. Yes. So in terms of the case study that we want to discuss today, my mom and I, she was called locally, and the woman who called her, she felt there was something off in her house. She had moved in, and I think she's been living there for maybe a couple of months or so before she called my mom because she felt something was off. And she couldn't really describe what was off, but she had this intuition that something wasn't right. Is that correct, Mom?
Correct, yes.
Yes, so my mom went there, and she, as she always does, and as I always do, we meditate to gain an awareness of what's happening in that space. And that's what she did. She meditated, she talked to the space clearing guides to get some confirmation of what was happening. And there were a few things that I'm going to take the listeners through now. So I think when you arrived there, you immediately also felt a curse. So on top of the evil eye, which we will discuss in a bit, you felt there was a curse, which is something that people pay for. It's like a spell, essentially like a curse that somebody paid for. But that was directed towards the couple that had just moved out. Is that correct?
Correct, yes.
Yes, and because of that curse that was directed at the couple of the house, so again, somebody must have been feeling betrayed or must have been feeling very jealous about the previous owner of the house. So they actually got some paid work done. And because of that curse, there were entities, and my mom felt a minimum of 2 or 3 entities that were keeping the curse alive or active and that were attached to that curse. So the person who sent the curse also sent the entities. And so that had extremely negative energy, which she had to take care of by not only removing the entities, but the entire curse. And the curse was there also to enable that couple or the original owner to fight, to get a divorce, and the owner that my mom was talking to, her client, she confirmed that the couple who had lived there, they had been going through rough times, they had been fighting a lot. And so it was detrimental to her own marriage that this curse was dismantled, removed, so it wouldn't affect her own marriage. So my mom took care of that. And after she removed that, she found even more spirits. It's 3 entities or 3 spirits that had been quite depressed, all of them. So they had this frequency of depression within them. And again, the owner of the house confirmed that sometimes she would feel this depressed energy in the house, even though it wasn't hers. My mom's client, she had a baby son, and those spirits were always in the presence of the baby son. They were not harming him, they were not doing anything evil, but it was this low frequency of depression that was always surrounding the baby. So my mom cleared this frequency of depression, the other spirits, including a teenage girl who was there. So after that, that's when she then found the evil eye. And it's like removing a curse. It's the same thing. We remove this evil eye, this negative energy that people have been projecting onto the couple living there. So it involved a lot of jealousy, somebody who was jealous about them being happy, as a couple, as a married couple with a young child. And my mom removed the whole jealousy part around that. And she also sent the healing forward to the person who was sending this. So as healers, we do not need to know who exactly is sending what, because, the divine energy or the infinite intelligence that we work with, they always know where it has to go. So what my mom and I always do is we send healing to even the people who send curses, the evil eye, all of that, we send healing back to the sender. So they might gain the awareness that it's time to stop doing that and that they find a different way of expressing their emotions that doesn't include harming other people intentionally or unintentionally. Mom, do you have anything to add about that, or did I represent this correctly? It's correct. Okay. Yes, so my mom spent a long time removing the curse, the evil eye, the spirits, and then she blessed all the rooms, which we always do after negative energy has been cleared. We start blessing the entire house, the rooms. We bring in the positive energy that any couple or family needs to thrive in the house with the exact frequency that they need, because, every family thrives differently. Everyone needs different energy, but infinite intelligence always knows what is needed in each person's house. So this house got completely blessed. And when my mom left, the owner could really feel an uplifting energy, positive energy. And when my mom checked back in with her a couple of weeks, she was happy. She didn't feel anything off anymore. Is that correct, Mom? Yes. So that was a really interesting case. And I just wanted to talk a bit more about this evil eye, just in terms of what kind of symptoms people might experience if there are, jealousy or envious energies involved. It sounds silly because, jealousy, envy, all of that sounds very simple. We don't think we might get affected by it, but depending on the energy or the person who's sending that energy, that person might have quite a strong way of feeling that energy. And if we are not guarded or protected enough, And, let's say our aura, our energy shield is not protected enough, it can cause serious harm even to our health. So while I cannot specify exactly how it affects our health, because it affects everyone differently, but let's say somebody has a hole in their aura, in their energy shield around the heart chakra, so around the chest area, and it's not protected in that area, and all the negative energy always comes through, then it might affect the underlying organs, which is the heart or even the lungs a bit further up. And also, of course, on an emotional level, then the person might feel, disturbed emotionally. So that is just one example how the health can be affected depending on where we are not protected energetically. But also what jealousy does, it can cause a lot of disruptions in our relationships. So, if we live with somebody, with a romantic other one, or with our kids, it might just cause a lot of disruptions in our family dynamics. It might just really harm our family dynamics. And even misfortunes, we might be experiencing misfortunes. So be it, on a private level, be it in our jobs, our careers, especially if the person involved is jealous about our financial success or our career, our position, it might really get affected that way. So usually people are intuitive. They feel that something is off, that there's so much misfortune, and that they are fighting with people they normally don't fight much with, or, with their husband or their wife or with their kids, and they just feel something is off. And it might just be the evil eye, and it might be one or more people involved. And so that's always a good reason then to cleanse oneself, to heal oneself, to remove the evil eye. And at the end of our episode, so in a little bit, I will read a little prayer that you all may use in order to protect yourself better from the evil eye. But on top, how can we protect ourselves? So I'm sure Mom knows this too, and most people know that there are people who wear amulets or talismans. So for example, the Hamza hand, I'm sure many of you saw this piece of jewelry with the hand. That is like a protection symbol. And in Italian culture, it's called the cornicello. They wear that as a protection. And so lots of people from different cultures, they have different talismans that they use as jewelry, that they always wear, that wards off negative energy and provides a shield against the evil eye or even negative energy in general. So I'm curious, Mom, do they use something in Brazil as a talisman or as a piece of jewelry?
No, the evil eye.
Oh, the eye. So there's the symbol of just the eye. It's like a third eye, isn't it? Yes. So the symbol of the third eye is the protection symbol that they use in Brazil. And on top of that, or, some people don't like to wear jewelry. I know I don't. But of course, there's cleansing rituals that people can do in their homes or for themselves. Many people like to use sage or herbs, incense, even elements like salt that they go and spread around the rooms, especially in the corners. That will help with negative energy. And sometimes it's too strong though, and it will still remain. So sometimes really, not that I want to sell our services, but space clearing experts are there for a reason. So if it's really strong, evil eye or curses, sometimes these cleansing rituals might not be enough. But yes, anything people can do to uplift their energy, to restore their aura, to strengthen their aura, things like meditation, walking in nature, cultivating a more positive mindset, and especially working on our own envy or jealousy towards other people, because that's the one thing, like attracts like, as we say. So if we ourselves are envious of other people all the time, or jealous, or we are unable to move on after a breakup, and we wish the new partner of our ex harm, or even our ex, or the people who, have a better position in our job, or whatever it is, we have to work on ourselves, make sure we don't feel envious or jealous, and that we transmute that energy into something more neutral. And we keep working on ourselves so that we don't even attract the same kind of energy back I think that is one of the major things actually we can do to protect ourselves, is to not even have that frequency within ourselves, the frequency of jealousy and envy. Would you agree, Mom, or would you add anything?
Agree with that, yes.
Okay, yeah, she agrees. Perfect. So yes, I think I shared a bit about what it is, the symptoms, how we can protect ourselves. I would like to read a little prayer now. So anyone who's listening now, who's not sure if they have an evil eye on them or just to protect themselves going forward, reading this prayer, and you can repeat it in your own mind and just set the intention that if you are having an evil eye or somebody projecting any sort of jealousy or, being envious of you, that this may protect you and your family, your loved ones. So I'm going to read. Divine Protector, I stand before you, seeking your guidance and shield. In the presence of the evil eye, grant me strength and protection. May your light surround me and my loved ones. Creating a barrier against negativity and harm, I cast away the malevolent glances, replacing them with your divine love and positivity. Guide my steps, guard my spirit, and keep me safe from the influence of the evil eye. With gratitude and faith, I embrace your protective energy. All right, so that prayer should already start acting as a preventive, let's say, preventive shield that shields you from negative energies. But you can, of course, channel your own prayer. You can use your own intuition when you formulate your prayer or your mantra, your affirmation, whatever you like to call it. But our intentions are always strong. And when we protect ourselves through prayer, through mantra, meditation, all of that, it's already an excellent way to stay away from negativity and to protect ourselves. So, voila, Mom, do you have anything else to share?
And you have said it all so nicely.
Yeah, I said it also nicely. Yes, because of you, she sent me this whole report of her space clearing. So I had the email here with all the notes, and it was really nice, Mom. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
So if anybody has questions about the evil eye or needs a free space clearing assessment, my mom and I always like to help out before we even offer our services to make sure you even need one. So just reach out and we'll see you in the next episode.